Hey, how's it going? So, I have this recording, audio recording, that I wanted to share with people, and it is between myself and a good friend that I announce it in there. So, stand by, I'm going to play that for you. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We're rolling, just so you know. Yeah, the conversation we were having before was really good, though, too. What about the consciousness? Yeah, well, we can still be talking about that as far as I'm concerned. But to backtrack for the listeners, we were talking about how it is hard to understand, like how when you understand something and someone else your same age, let's say, just completely does not get it. You know, like the differences between MAGA and everybody else does not MAGA. You know, like why is it that we totally get something, but we feel like but it's right there for everyone to see, and they don't get it? And I was saying that it's consciousness, and it's really simplified to say, you know. They're just not there yet, or they're in a different grade, like in school, of understanding, in the way that you can be in 5th grade, but you still got to go to 6th grade because there's stuff there that you didn't learn in 5th grade that you just don't know. And that's, I feel like, how consciousness can differ. So that's where we were at as a recap.
And the person that we were talking about that is, I would say, much less conscious than Kathy or I, was struggling with life in general and feeling like possibly returning to their long ago left behind Catholicism that they
Silence that. I'm joined, by the way, this is Starflake, Kathy Sample, and I'm joined by my good friend and comrade Foofy. That's all you need to know about that. Thank you very much.
So the person that we were just talking about that is most likely less conscious than even your average, no, not your average person, but definitely not in the forward thinkers of consciousness, was thinking about going back to their previous early life of the Catholic Church. Because they're feeling lost and confused and adrift, and the general pressure of, like, I think many people of feeling like the answers aren't coming very easily for anyone. I mean, even those that are, like, really working on their consciousness and their spiritual advancement, there's a lot of questions out there.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, that's like...
Oh, there are a lot of people questioning, yes. And looking for an anchor. Something, like, reliable to hold on to that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have gone back to like standard religion.
There's reporting that points to that a lot of people are seeking that and turning to religion.
Yeah, and that's
Young people.
it's okay. My other people in my family have done that as well, and feeling like God, there's just there is so many questions out there for everyone. It's like every once in a while when I think that I have like a handle on it, like, you know, that'll last for, you know, maybe a day, if that.
The situation's in flux.
Yes. And then suddenly you're like, maybe I don't have a handle on that. Or like, I don't know, I have learned a lot though. I feel like that, and I know a lot of people feel this way, where the awakening of like past knowledge within yourself, that's beyond like things that you learned in this lifetime, but like that you took on in other lives. I think that
Like residual knowledge?
Residual knowledge, or like things you've done like really heavily in past lifetimes. I mean, I hang out with a lot of psychics on TikTok, and they talk about, you know, people's past lives a lot, and they talk about you know, people who have lived like thousands of lives.
Well, that makes sense. Going back to something you know.
Yeah, I think it's like, although, when you're feeling like that unhinged sort of like disconnection from like what the hell is happening in my thought process and in my like spiritual connection in this lifetime, it's like easy to get once again overwhelmed, because there's like, you know, possibly thousands or I don't know how many lifetimes on top of this one that you're drawing from that can like add to that
Yeah, and
confusion.
then like me, this is like the first time I'm approaching this type of thing from that angle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think is making it hard to deal with the times right now, for like the people that you were saying that are aware of what's happening and trying to deal with it, is like, this just occurred to me, but not only is everything else changing, or not only is everything changing, I think we fail to take into the account that we are also changing. It's like, it gets said and it seems obvious maybe, but then you have to think about, wait, I'm changing. In what way? What's it making me change?
Yeah.
And those considerations might actually make it easier to deal with the whole thing. It's like bringing you back to a sense of understanding what's happening and trying to have a handle on it.
Yeah, that for me, like, just makes me think of like Mandela effects, and like that. It reminds me of that once again unhinged feeling of like, do I remember it this way, or like you and I have talked about this a lot too, like where like about like with magic and like using magic in your life, and like realizing like, oh my God, we have been using magic this whole time unconsciously, and that everybody does it. Like,
Yes.
it's just like it's like the people who are like knowledgeable about it.
Unclosed Ouija board, just broadcasting.
It's like it's kind of crazy when you like. It's been really powerful to me to like grasp on to that little bit of magic that I knew about and knew what I was doing, and then like try to add in like the stuff that I've learned and pushed onto that, and it's like, wow, I'm actually pretty good at this.
Consciousness, awareness, boy, it just makes such a difference.
I know. It's so frustrating with the going back to talking about the people that are like pushing against the consciousness of that is like being brought to all of us.
Well, it's kind of the thing they're seeking, and they're resisting it.
Yes. There's a term for that, and I can't think of it right now.
Futility?
It's
No.
not. I don't know. It's
That's
like,
not right.
frustrating to have these things slip away, though.
It'll come back when you don't need it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I see that. I think it's interesting. Like, I, in particular, right now, or I don't know why in particular, it doesn't need to be there, but I have been really in my videos and just in my considerations having a lot of what I had learned in my religious programming, I'm just going to call it that, just keep coming up to where it was like, oh, now that makes so much more sense in this whole other way, because it is the thing that I see other people experiencing, like it's happening to them. They're realizing, like, oh, this thing I never cared about before all of a sudden is real because it's happening to me. And so, like, I never thought, I wasn't, like, aggressive or angry so much about my personal religious experience, but religion itself is so harmful and so, like, it's just dangerous in the way that it has control over us, like, generationally.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that way. So what I'm getting at is, like, with the situations and the weirdness that's happening now in general life, in society, I feel like my mind returns to things that I learned in my religious upbringing. And I did go to like Catholic school for a total of 4 years when I was very young. So crucial time to be there. But those are the times where they impress like the simple things on you, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so what I get back is a lot of like, why aren't we taking care of these poor people and sick people, and why are we not like, why are we neglecting so many people that need help, like people that are in prison? We send them there and then kind of forget about them. Like maybe you do like the letters at first and the visits at first, but then you leave that person just alone. And whatever brought them there, that's their time now to contemplate that. But we don't seem to have, God, there's a huge lack of compassion. But that would be such a big deal to get a visit from somewhere, from someone, when you're in that place.
Yeah.
And well, that's gonna go back to forgiveness, and that's like a huge thing, like so huge. I don't really want to like start a new discussion.
Yeah. It's
all about it, but the simple things that pop up, like when things are difficult now, people are arguing, they can't deal with each other, and then all of a sudden people are understanding the other person because now they have that problem. Like the thing is shared, and so forgiveness. Are you going to forgive these people and let them, like, they're suffering too. Like whatever happened in the past, my thinking has been like, maybe drop it and just like forget about that right now and forgive them, because we got other stuff way more important to be dealing with than fighting over which celebrity you're into, having an argument, or like whatever it is that's got us all in an uproar against each other. And I think for people that are sort of getting over anxious and kind of falling apart with the difficulty of the situation, yes, they're seeking something that's going to give them comfort, something familiar. And I feel like that's why some of you are turning back to religion, and why my religious training from over 50 years ago just keeps popping up.
Well, I think that yes, there's a lot of people that feel that way, and that it's putting out those, as a lot of people are reminding us, like the things that like Jesus Christ taught that seem so easily forgotten by the people who claim to be Christians or claim to be people of Christ, but you see like what's happening in society now is basically like the exact opposite of that, where it's like like normalizing horror and blood and like cruelty, violence, normalizing like all different levels of, and I'm not talking about people who are like weird or, you know, off the, you know, like we're weirdos. Like we love stuff that's like off the charts, weird, whatever. But there's like a different concept of what I'm speaking of, like the normalizing stuff that's like beyond just like I don't know.
Well, like I was saying about John Oliver.
Kind of like, or just stuff that like that is being put out in the media or in, basically in the media, in like whatever's coming into us is like trying to push the offset of things that were
like trying to move the needle.
Like trying to move the needle, exactly.
And so you don't even know it. That's like what ads are for, practically.
Yeah.
Is to just introduce stuff to you little by little and get you to laugh at it and become comfortable with it. And then it gets into more, it can go deeper into like darkness and like ugliness.
And that's what I felt like, or feel like a lot of like what, you know, like the base education and base religion like pushed a lot of that stuff in
academically,
like in the smallest way, like even when we were kids, you know, and like that whole training to be, you know, like one among millions that just accepts these things as like
that's
normal.
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
that's the way it's always been. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that, I feel like, when that's the answer. That's how it's always been done.
Yeah.
But if it's wrong, maybe stop doing it.
Another thing, what you're saying about prison, like this book that I'm reading now, it's called High Magic by Damien Eccles.
I know that name.
And he was the one of the West Memphis Three.
Okay.
Like he went to prison for like 18 years.
Yeah, wrongly convicted.
And he was, I guess, like of that 18 years, he was like in solitary for like over half the time. And he got like, ended up getting like a lot of friends that were in like higher places. Eddie Vedder did the foreword for his book, and basically he taught himself like high magic when he got into prison, and that's like what got him through that time of hell,
desolation, yeah.
And he didn't have anything, so he's pretty much doing like chaos magic, like not needing any materials to do it, just his mind. And it's a really good book, man.
Drawing that from deep inside of yourself. In solitary, that is amazing. Like, people flake out and fall apart normally.
Yeah.
So
and it was like part of his like
incredibly powerful.
Like part of his like destination in like a higher level of lifetimes, you know, and being able to like take that and like move beyond it is like, wow, like very impressive to me.
That is a teaching of Christ, because it might not have been that exact specifics, but that was what he was saying we could do for ourselves.
Yeah. And he said those exact things, like pretty much an exact sentence about what I was talking about doing magic your entire life without recognizing that you were doing it. Like, he basically said that exact thing in his book, was that, like, we've all been doing this. It's just that we never realized we were, and there's people out there, and a lot of them are in the government or running, like,
Well, they have you
corporations.
believe they would have nothing to do with anything near what we're talking about, and it is so saturated
Yes.
in certain areas with this type of thing.
Completely. And, I mean, to the point where they have, like, people that are, you know, mage battling in the astral.
Yeah, the remote viewers.
Yeah, mage battling in the remote, like, for example, protecting, like, higher up people against...
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, foretelling what's going to happen, they would never want to know that.
Yeah, I know. It's like...
Well, look at what we got. What is it now called? Predictive whatever betting that's
oh, yeah.
familial and politically related. Just now it's a thing we have.
Yep. And the Trumps are doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like crazy.
The business family.
Wow.
Yes.
It just gets like...
Remember your tongue.
Yeah. You've got to just step back and be in your own place sometimes, because it's so easy for me, and especially when I talk to you, like, to just get, like, because we're just, like, stepping on, like, the next thought and the next thought and the next thought, and pretty soon we're like, it's too much.
It's never enough.
And it's just so, it's exciting, but it also is, it gets overwhelming, because you start to, like, plug in all these different, things that you've been reading about, and,
Yes.
And videos that you've been watching, and, things that have been happening to you when you meditate, or, and that connection thing. It's like, it's kind of like the opposite of what's happening to the people who are like pushing back against consciousness. It's like when you feel like all plugged in, you're showing like the connections between everything.
Your synchronicities are making
and
sense.
the synchronicities are making sense, and you're like all like excited about the way that things are like connected.
And I can't believe, why are you pushing that away? It's amazing.
I know. It is like it's very, makes you feel high, really.
Yeah. And what a great thing for a bunch of addicts to find.
I know, I was just gonna say that.
I just seen something yesterday where this guy was having like all these consciousness revelations, and I kind of lost track of it. I didn't want to interrupt you. But I love that so many people are waking up to consciousness and just all these openings that it leads to. It's like maybe getting back to the person that's fighting against what things that they're actually seeking. Like they're like kind of unhappy, and that's an understatement. But they are finding their way. Like they are seeking something to like relieve themselves. And that's good. So now, of course, I can't remember precisely what happened with the guy in the thing that I saw, but so in that case I should stop trying to talk about it. But yeah, consciousness, it can make so much of a difference in your life, depending on what you're willing to accept or not. So I guess it's not just a matter of like being literal grades away from each other. It's, possibly this other thing too that now slipped my mind and I can't remember. It might be time to stop. I can't hold on to what I'm saying. So, this has been Foofy and I discussing the major matters of the universe. Is this the one that's recording? It is not. It's this one. So 24 minutes. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Yeah, this has been Foofy and I having a major discussion. Thank you and good night. Okay, so that was the conversation. I realized while we were talking how many times we were both saying like. I apologize, we're both from California. It's hard to shake. We haven't lived there for years, but some things just sort of stay with you forever. Anyway, thank you and good night.